Okay, so I am making my own vitamins. This particular vitamin constitutes a few ingredients that I'm hoping will promote weight loss. So, as you can see, I mix all of the powders together. And then I use my little machines in order to put it all together. So, this is what is in it. This company right here, the Reluctant Trading Experiment, this was a really great company. When you use black pepper, it cannot just be any black pepper. It does have to be very specific black pepper mixed with black turmeric. But this company was quite great. When I contacted him, he even called me and we spoke on the telephone, which I thought was perfect since I had some questions. And so this is the company. Then there is also black turmeric powder that I put in it. Anthony's organic wheatgrass, Anthony's organic inulin, and micro ingredients pure African mango. So these ingredients are supposed to help with weight loss when you look at the different components in them. So I wanted to let you know what I was putting in it. I make a ton of other vitamins too, but this is just the one that I was making today. As you can tell, it's quite fine. What I did with the peppercorns is I ground them and I made them super fine in my grinder, and then I added them to it. This is a machine that you can buy. Now I did buy all of the Anthony's and even this machine and the capsules on Amazon. So you can purchase all of them. Now, I like the larger capsules because I can put a lot in there and you don't really have to worry so much. So, you know, you don't have to take as many. So I do the large ones. Now, I do like these Pure Caps USA because as you can tell, there is not a lot of ingredients in it. It's all vegan, which I like. You do have to make sure that your hands are not wet or sweaty or anything because they dissolve quite easily. But the 000 size is the largest size. Okay, then you just separate them. You separate the large halves right here from the small halves. So that does take quite some time, but it's not a problem. You just do it, put on a good movie, sit there and watch it, and then you just pour these in here. You're really going to give them a good shake, and as you shake them, believe it or not, a lot of them do fall in the way that they are supposed to, which is the open side right here falls in. Okay, and then when you get done, you're going to fill them with the powder. You're going to smash them with this, and then you're going to repeat that process over and over, and you use this to kind of smear them in there. It works great. I will show you a little bit in a moment. So you can make sure that all of them are in. If you just push that down slightly, you can see how there's one that is upside down right there. So I'm going to flip that one over. You want to take a good look because if it's not flipped over, then it's not going to fill. Then you get this portion, you put it right on top. Then you get your powder and you just pour some in here. And you can pour quite a bit actually because these pills are going to take a good amount of that powder. You get your little scraper and you just start filling it. Oops. And you know what? This is the part to actually do the shaking to get the pills in there. I did mess up. This is the one that you put on there when you're doing this portion. Sorry, but not a big deal. Because as you saw, it was super easy to pour it back in there. So then you just kind of fill them. When you fill them all, that's when you're going to use the next portion, which is this, and you're going to press down very hard on there. And I won't be able to really show you that because I can't hold the camera and show you how to do that, but I will show you what it looks like before and after. So this is basically what it's going to look like before, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I press it down. I'm going to put more powder in here because even though it looked like I had a lot of powder, obviously I did not, because there's still quite a few that are completely empty. So now I put this on there and I'm pressing down really, really hard. When you lift it up, you'll see that there is some gaps there now. You grab your little scraper and you fill in those gaps with just the amount that is still there. You have to pour more in because you want them completely full. You don't want any type of gaps in your pills because then they're not going to be full. And you just do a little bit at a time until you fully fill them in. But you can make so many more vitamins at home. Yes, it takes some time, but really, you know, it's not hard. And you can get a heck of a lot more vitamins than if you're purchasing them in the store. One little package of regular orange turmeric can cost quite a bit of money, like $25, depending on the type of orange turmeric that you buy. And that's only like maybe 30 days, maybe 60 days. And you can pay $25 for that, where you can purchase an entire bag of organic turmeric online and possibly pay $25, $28, depending on the brand that you buy. And then you can make your own, and that bag is probably gonna make you about 2,000 vitamins. So if you just take the time and effort, it's going to be way better, more cost effective, and you know exactly what is in there. You know the brand that you want, if it's organic, if it's not, and then you mix what you like. So this is what you do, and you do this a few times in order to make sure that all of these are full. And then when you finish, I will show you the next step. So I'm going to pause this just for a bit. I'm going to probably put in a little bit more powder because you can still see some openness, and then I'll come back. Now what I did is I grabbed this tiny little one. I'm going to put this on top of here, so now they're there. I'm going to grab all the little tiny tops, throw them in here, and then you do want to close this little section here like with your palm. Shake these about. Make sure that they all go in there. If any fly out, not a big deal. Pick them up, put them back in there. And you want to make sure that these are also open. So you want the round part down in the bottom, the top part open. Okay, so you're going to make sure that every single one of these are full. And I'll be back in a second. Okay, so now I made sure all of them are in here. They are all right side right. Okay, so the holes are all up on the top. And then you see this. So what you do is now you grab your orange one. You put it right on top. Okay, it kind of holds them in there. You take this off. You flip this over. Move this to where I can actually do it. And then you just place it on top. It is really this simple. You make sure all the little screws are lined up, right? No problem. And then you press down. Do you hear them click? You have to use a lot of pressure because they have to close. Now, sometimes these little gel caps are bent, dented, crooked. Unfortunately, you just cannot use them. If you try to, you're going to get one that looks like this. Okay? That was out of my first batch. I knew that it was dented, but I thought I'd try it anyway. Okay, so then I've done some pressing. Ta-da! Look at your vitamins. And then, again, like I was going to say, you have to just give it a little squeeze. If you compress it right, the correct way, there will be no air pockets, right? Because you're sweeping it, you're pressing it, you're sweeping it, you're pressing it until they are fully formed. And then they are done. So I will have 200 of these, and then I'll still have some powder left over, which is not a problem. That's not enough really to do another 100, I don't think. But sometimes when I have extras, then I just kind of mix all of that in with whatever the other extras that I have from all the other vitamins that I'm going to be making. So this is just some of the other stuff I'm going to be doing. Some ginger, some cayenne pepper, organic orange peel powder, orange turmeric, moringa leaf powder, B1, which is thiamine. It helps your metabolism, carbohydrates, and things. Red maca root powder, organic milk thistle powder, black cohosh because I am older and I do not want any heat flashes, and it is organic and natural, so I don't have to take pills from a pharmaceutical company. Then I bought the ashwagandha powder, which I have not used yet. This is going to be the first time I'm going to use this one, which is sweet. And I have spirulina. As you can tell, I really like Anthony's. They are really great. I also am going to try apricot because this is supposed to be really healthy for you. I do use organic Ceylon cinnamon. If you get it at Sprouts, you get a lot more cinnamon, believe it or not, ground powder, at a much lower price than if you try and buy it other places. And then I'm doing garlic powder, Irish moss powder, and collagen. Now, I do have a greens. I do not necessarily recommend doing a greens pill, but I had bought this thinking that, oh, I'm going to try and get my veggies in. I don't like it. Sorry, Lindbergh. I just don't like any type of greens powder. So it's not you, it's me. But I put it into a pill. And then that way, it doesn't bother me at all. So I'm going to be making more pills this afternoon, but I wanted to just make sure you knew everything that I put in it. And then I'm going to have a little bit left over from all of these. And like I said, I'll just mix them all together, put them back into a pill, you know, that is just combined. And I'm totally fine with that. It doesn't bother me. So good luck in making your own vitamins. And I hope this was helpful. Okay? And excuse my mess. I actually live in my house. Have a great day. Bye.